The sewer system is very old, dating back to 2500 BCE. At this time, it was built by many of the world's oldest and most powerful civilizations. Most noticeable of the systems was the Roman sewers, which consisted of open drains that carried excrement and trash into large concrete cesspools. In these great cesspools, large particles of trash and excrement sunk to the bottom, while the partially filtered water was let into the river. The excrement left behind was used to fertilize the land. The greatest enemy of this engineering colossus was the church, which considered cleanliness unruly and unholy. Most Roman sewers were soon abandoned, and raw sewage filled with excrement covered the streets. Men wore high heels in order to be clean, and women walked close to the buildings where they were less likely to be infected by falling excrement, and it would be a long time before this magnificent invention would be reinstated. In London. In the mid-18s, an outbreak of cholera plagued London. It killed almost 15,000 people. At this time, people believed that cholera was an air-transmitted disease, a miasma. Dr. John Snow was the first person to propose that cholera was a waterborne disease, yet his idea was widely rejected. The Londoners, not believing Snow, poured all the sewage into the river Thames. This caused a great stink, and the people of London were desperate to get the putrid smell away from them. The people of London had the need to stop death and cholera, which is an infection of the small intestine and can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even death. The only way to get away these two things was by creating an elaborate sewer system that would take the raw sewage away from the city. The person appointed to create this sewer would be Joseph Bazalgette, chief engineer of the Metropolitan Board of Works. Bazalgette's plan was to create a main sewer system that would divert the raw sewage into a stream that would then safely lead the excrement to the ocean, all fueled by the power of gravity. The problem was that the government had a tight budget, to an extent that Bazalgette had to redraft the plan 6 times. Finally, in 1859, work started on this project. This incredible system would require 318 million bricks, 2.7 million cubic meters of excavated earth, and 670,000 cubic meters of concrete. And of course, Joseph Bazalgette. It was a massive project that required a lot of money. This money would come from the upper branches of a corrupt government that protected the upper classes and itself with a barrier of currency. They were reluctant to benefit the poor of London. Money would be the main resource in this awesome engineering breakthrough. And finally, government weighed its values. Money versus the quality of life. It was either the government and the bourgeoisie kept their pockets bulging, or they let the people of London live a comfortable life without fearing the spread of deadly disease. Life finally surmounted money, and it was the life of the biggest, most populated city at the time that continued to live. The reason for the sewer to exist finally is life.